Wizard.
What's going on, family? You're watching Sports Talk with B. Watts. I'm your host, Bernard Watts. Do me a favor on this Sunday night. Hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. Hit that notification button. It'll let you know whenever I go live or drop a video. I want to say hello to everyone in the chat. Appreciate y'all for stopping by tonight. Hey, y'all the best. Appreciate for your support. We got a good show for you tonight. We're going to do a recap of Coach Prime and the Colorado football team. They lost a heartbreaker. I mean, a heartbreaker to me against BYU. And hey, we're going to talk about it tonight. We're going to get Coach Dre, JR, two of the best that's on YouTube to break down the game for us tonight. And we're going to sit back and relax and see what they had to say about their takes from this game on last night. And also, if you're in the chat, you got a question for the panel, let's drop it in the comment section and we'll get it to them. All right. I love CC. I see what's going on. Mr. Miami, what's up, bro? MSD, Sabrina, what's going on? Southbound, what's going on? How you doing? Who we got? Who else we got before I bring the guys up? Michelle, what's up? How you doing? Virgil, what's going on? Appreciate y'all tonight. TMFB, what's going on? What's up, fam? All right, let me bring the guys up. We ain't gonna hold y'all long. Only thing I ask that you do, hit the like button. Give me 55 minutes, and we'll be out of here, all right? Let me bring the guys up. Shit, they look alike tonight. I can't tell who. Did that work? What, Coach Dre? I seen him. He didn't come up. Both y'all had on shades. I said, oh, I should have wore mine. Yeah, I don't want to be seen either.
It's a morning period, BY.
I know it, man. Hey, I had to get it. Hey, what's up, Skull 13? What's going on? Yeah, we got JR Boxer and Coach Dre. All right, fella, let's get into it. I want to stay on the offensive side of the ball. Let's look and start with the offensive coordinator along with Coach Prime also. When we started off, Coach Dre, the first two drives, I think they had a good master plan and how they want to attack BYU defense. They moved Draylon and they used him right, but they got away from it after the second touchdown to me. So when you look at the way they used Draylon and you look at the play calling, give me your thoughts about that situation.
I mean, I think that BYU made an adjustment. I think the way we came out and played, I mean, I told y'all Pat Shermer could call plays. It's just the personnel. It's about the personnel. I think we found the running back. Ladies and gentlemen, I think his name is Draylon Miller. If you listen to the people, if you listen to the broadcast last night, they say Marshall Faulk say, just give me some time. I can make this kid something to believe in. So I don't know. We had our opportunities, be watched. I'm not gonna sit here and blame Pat Shermer for nothing. We had our opportunities. We didn't capitalize. I like what I saw from the offensive line. The only thing I didn't like is we didn't take no deep shots with Sincere or Draylon really last night. I think we should have did that more. But as far as the way he came out, and they used that Micah and Draylon in that 2-back situation. I loved it. I really did. I thought it was superb. I just think BYU made an adjustment, and I think once they seen it, they tried to go back to other stuff so they could get them off of what they were doing with the 2-back. And then you see we came back to it later on in the third and fourth quarter and started using it. It was effective a little bit, but I like what I saw from those guys on offense. We just got stagnant there, and sometimes that happened. That happened with the best offenses. So
it do.
Like
You're
I say,
right. Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit here and tell you I'm upset with nobody. Again, I told y'all football is a heavyweight fight, and you throw punches, and we got the opportunity to throw a knockout punch, and we didn't, and we just didn't. And so we got to go back to the drawing board. I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat it, or a lot of y'all and say it's gonna be hard. It's hard pressed to win the Big 12 right now. It's gonna be hard pressed to win the Big 12 right now. But what we got to do is get better every week. We got to go week by week, go out here and play because we got a good football team. That's what we got to fix some stuff on defense. And when we get the defense, we'll talk about it. But I wasn't upset with what I saw from the offense too much. I can't lie. Go ahead, JR.
Okay, JR. Let me go at you like this then, JR. Appreciate it, Coach Ray. That was a good take. I agree with everything you said. We had some opportunities. When I get to the defensive side, we'll talk about the defense. But I want to stay on the offensive coordinator. Coach Ray said exactly what me and the chat room was talking about this morning. When Pat Sherman ran those plays for Draylon, they didn't go back to it after that second drive. Like they got comfortable with the 14-point lead.
Yeah.
But during halftime, BYU made adjustment, and then we tried to go back to it the third quarter. It wasn't there. And then, like Coach Dre said, we tried to go back to them old plays that just weren't working. And when I look at the offensive coordinator, the only thing I like Pat Sherman. Don't get me wrong. I just didn't like why he didn't take a shot down the field with his outside receivers to loosen them up. Because if you notice, you probably won't know it during the game, but if you go back and watch the replay, they played a cover two. A cover two is they take your outside bounders away.
Yeah.
So when you do that, and I'm gonna get to the quarterback too. I'm just holding on. But K-Salt got to know when you roll out, they got a spy on you. They take away your flats. You can't do that when they're in the cover two. But anyway, give me your thoughts on the play caller from Pat Sherman. I think he did a good job coming out, but he just didn't stay with it.
Yeah, most definitely. Look, salute to Pat Sherman, man. Have I seen some growth in the offense from week 1 to week 5? Absolutely. And if anybody is looking at the game and not seeing growth in the offense, then I got to question your football acumen at this point, because the offense looked different from what it did week 1. All right, coming out, it was different formations. They motioned. It was a lot of different things to see. The implement of the usage of Draylon Miller as a running back, getting it in the QB position and just running downhill. That's new. That's something we haven't seen from Pat Sherman before. So the sequencing in the first quarter was brilliant. Whatever, if it was scripted or whatever, it was brilliant. They came out. K-Salt was 5 for 5 the first drive, throwing the ball. Boom, 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 getting the ball downfield. They ran the ball the second drive. Micah had some big runs. Draylon had big runs. K-Salt kept the chains moving with his feet as well during the second drive. And you go up 14-0 like that in the first quarter. So the offense for the first quarter played a brilliant sequence. They went down the field. They did what they were supposed to do. In the second quarter, it got a little iffy. And it didn't get iffy due to the offense. It got iffy because BYU's offense looked like Houston's offense in the third quarter. If you go back to the Houston game, look at BYU offense in the second quarter. They held the ball for an extremely long time. And so when you coming back out as an offense for CU and you trying to get back in a rhythm, you can't afford to go 3 and out. You got to keep the chains moving. And that didn't occur, right? Every drive seemed crucial because, like you said, BYU got the ball and they said, well, we just going to slow it down. And we just going to control the ball in the second quarter because we down by 14. And so that's what happened. So from an offense standpoint, first quarter, CU, was lights out. Second quarter, CU couldn't get in the offensive rhythm because they didn't have the ball long enough to establish a rhythm.
Yeah, you're right, JR. You're right. I agree with you 100%. Now, let's move to K-Salt, the quarterback. Now, he started off good, but he didn't finish. The defense gave him off. I know his mom and dad, I'm sure they listen. Listen, Mr. and Mrs. Salt. K-Salt, my dog. But he just didn't play good. I got to keep it real, family. He got to, look, when the game on the line and the defense don't give you 7 or 8 chances, you got to deliver, man. Because they was in field goal range. At one play, he ran backwards. That cost them, right? That next to the last drive, that 3rd down and 1, Coach Prime gave him another opportunity. 2 wide receivers came across the middle. He looked at and just didn't throw it to him, and he bagged out again. I said, you can't bag out. They got a spy on you on both sides. Number 17 walking down every time he played. Every time he left the pocket. And another thing that I don't find out about my dog, K-Salt. I'm still rocking with him. I think he's a good quarterback. I think he's still the best quarterback in the Big 12. But K-Salt don't like to get hit. He run out of bounds. He slides. And he won't step up in that pocket. That's a sign he don't like getting hit. Them wide receivers open coming across that middle. I seen that twice. All he had to do was that throw it. He looked at JoJo Williams, Mario Miller. One telling him, both of them that come to like Cecile Brown, one of them.
Yeah.
They came right across. He looked at him, but he tried to escape the pocket, and you can't do that when they got a spy on you. That's just my take on the quarterback. I think when the team needed him the most, he didn't deliver.
He didn't show.
He just didn't deliver. They gave him an opportunity. Coach Prime looking at the scoreboard and said, damn, he wide open. There he is. And I'm starting to believe as game by game and film by film I look. But I don't know if this stage might be too big for K-Salt, my dog, man. Freezing up that, man. I'm just telling you, he's my dog, but when the game on the line, we just need a field goal. We need a field goal on 2 last drives. Now, you can blame it on the play calling, but dog, K-Salt can run through the middle, man. The middle be wide and all you got to do is take off. Or they could have let Draylon get back there. Let Draylon go back to the quarterback and that taking it wrong.
Yeah.
Listen, I told y'all before that I like K-Salt. He a good quarterback, but everybody want to be the man till it's time to be the man. When it's time to be the man, see one thing, the last couple years, Prime knew when we get down to this right here, I got two, and I know what's gonna happen. Right now, Draylon Miller just wide open. He just wide. He's wide open, and he missing. I think it's coming to the point to where I think Pat Shermer. That's why I say I don't blame coaches, and I don't like to talk sideways, but I think they telling K-Salt where to go with the ball. I don't think he reading it like he should, because there's no way. Like you say, you looking at the game from the outside and you see they in a cover 2. So how can he see they in a cover 2? So I just think that, hey, he got a couple more games. I ain't gonna tell you no lie, B-Watts. He got a couple more games and it's gonna be the Juju show.
No, he can't lose one more. If he lose one more, I don't think they gonna go to Juju. Yeah. I think they're going to what's got.
No, they're going to Juju after this.
Nah, they ain't going to Star.
You don't think they're gonna go to Star?
No, they gave Star his chance to be the guy. When they went out there against Houston, that was Star's chance to be the guy. He didn't take it. If he go out there and do this again next week, I hate to tell y'all, it's gonna be the Juju show from here on out.
It,
It's gonna be
yeah.
because now what you gotta start looking at is I gotta start looking at the future, and I gotta keep getting Sincere Brown. I gotta keep getting them boys good film. And so I'm going with Juju. If we can't do this again, well, if he do this again one more time, we going with. I think they're going with Juju for the rest of the season.
Yeah, look. BYU played a lot of cover 3, and when it got into the red zone, they played some cover 2. Because even if you look at the touchdown that he threw to Draylon Miller, that being Kay Salter, when he threw that touchdown to Draylon Miller at the end of the third quarter, they was in cover 2. And Draylon Miller just kind of went right down the seam, and it was a touchdown because that's what's open in the cover 2. Safety split, you got your defensive backs playing up in the flat, and then they had a QB spy, and then the 2 linebackers was just kind of playing the area, and Draylon just ran past the linebacker and got in end zone for the touchdown. So, I can't completely fault K Salt.
No, I wasn't faulting him. I didn't fault him. I'm just saying when he had the opportunity as a quarterback.
Yeah, I mean,
I looked for him to play better than he did. When you know all game, they had a star on him. You can't leave that pocket.
To me, I look at it and I go back to the coaching staff. Look, if you know you got a spy on the QB, why we not running the ball? And, at that point. So now we getting away from what kind of gave them fits the first quarter, right? So you go back to the 2-back thing, but now you're not handing it off. You use the Wildcat situation, but you're not handing it off. Michael Welch only had 1 carry in the second half. 1 or 2 carries. So I'm looking at the coaching staff like, all right, what are we doing?
Right.
Again, Coach Prime got the headset up, and he was wide open. But from a player's perspective, I'm looking at things, and maybe it don't look that clean for K-Salt. Because last year, taking it back to Shador, everybody screamed for Shador to just take the dump. Man, just dump the ball. Stop rolling around and scrambling around. Just dump the ball out. Just dump the ball out. This year, K-Salt dumping the ball off. Now everybody oh man, we ain't taking no deep shots and nothing like that. He didn't take a deep shot because there wasn't a play call designed for him to take a deep shot.
Right.
They not taking deep shots when BYU playing cover 3 and cover 2. There's no deep shot to be had. Right? So that's when the coaching staff gotta be in K-Salt, during timeouts, whatever, on the bench, to be like, hey, they in cover 2. You need to look at these areas on the field. These areas will be open. Whether that's happening or not, who knows? But I look at it from a standpoint, it goes back to coaching. Again, Shador, last year, everybody was enamored by the deep ball. But when Shador misreads, it was in the flat. Wester wide open. This person wide open in the flat. Shador looking deep down the field. This year, they doing the short stuff, and everybody is like, well, K-Salt need to be throwing it deep. K-Salt can't just throw it deep if the play call is not to be called deep. Now, K-Salt can check out of things and all of that stuff, but it's different when a team is literally playing you for the deep ball. BYU said we not getting beat deep.
Yeah.
We're going to keep everything in front of us, and we're going to make the tackle because they're a great tackling team. And so listen to this message of what K-Salt said. When they made the adjustment, BYU defense, we didn't adjust as an offense. Right? That's what the quarterback said. So everything, saying that K-Salt played like a freshman or K-Salt did this, K-Salt did that, and that's cool. From a player's perspective, things will be missed. You're not going to make every read. You're not going to hit every pass.
Right.
Draylon Miller dropped pass after pass week 1 to week 4. How did they re-implement him into the game? Let's give him some wildcat. Let's give him some short stuff. Let's get him back in the game. How are you re-implementing K-Salt into the game plan once BYU changed it up to say, all right, well, we got QB spy, and if he gonna run, he gonna take a hit. And look, I don't blame K-Saw for not wanting to get hit. This is last year college football.
Yeah.
If he get hurt, that's it.
Yeah.
If I'm hurt and I miss 5-6 games, I can't put no more tape out there.
Right.
So he don't want to take no big hit. He's not a big guy as it is. He's not built like Haynes King.
Right.
He's 6'1", 185. So he ain't trying to take a lot of punishment. He still got to get through the year. So I don't blame him for that. But I look at the coaching staff again. Why does Michael Welch only have 2 carries in the second half? Why does Draylon Miller only have 1 carry in the second half?
Yeah.
So those are the type of things I'm looking at, and that's a coaching staff. That's not a K-Saw issue.
Oh, true.
Like, sure, he needs to play better. I give you that. But from a player's perspective, like, you'll miss a read. That's gonna happen. You'll miss a throw. That's gonna happen, right? So that's just me.
Yeah, you're right. I agree with you 100% about that. In order for K-Saw to throw the ball deep, Pat Sherm got to call some deep plays. But BYU wasn't giving that up. You know, they weren't giving that up. That's why they ran that cover 2, and cover 3. But when you do look at the situation with K-Saw as a quarterback, I just think I can't blame it on K-Saw. I got to go to Coach Prime and Pat Sherm, the offense coordinator. The last 2 minutes of the half and the last 2 minutes of the game. It's just poor management. It wasn't like they had like their defense was 100 that game. We ain't worried about scoring. We're going to stop them anyway. No, they did stop them sometime, but the way that defense got trapped, man, you need to score on every chance you get. And just for that last 2 minutes of the first half and the last 2 minutes of the game, they took them timeouts back into the clubhouse with them. I mean, if you 3rd down and 1, okay, K-Saw ran that ball, and Omarion Miller got called for the hold. Yeah. Was a questionable call to me, but he still got called. So it's 3rd down and 3. Don't you know I would have called a timeout so I can make sure we're all on the same page of what we need to do?
It's a critical down.
Yeah, that's a critical down. That's at the end. Coach Ryan that's sitting over there and looked like he had a headset already on. I said, damn, it's the Georgia Tech game. You done gave up already? I said, man, it's 3rd down and 3. See, it was 3rd down and 1. Now it's 3rd down and 3. Okay, we got 2 shots at it. We need to know exactly what to do. Yep. You should have ran the ball with Draylon or K-Saw to try to get that 1st down. And then call timeout again. Or to be ready to get on the ball because the officials stopped the clock when you get a 1st down. It just wasn't no urgency. They didn't have no plan. Yeah. They just K-Saw make a play. No, bro. You got to make sure y'all all on the same page.
Yeah. Look, time management has been an issue for Coach Prime for quite some time, especially at Colorado, man. You go back to the first year when they was 4-8, time management was an issue. You go back to last year when they was 9-4, look, time management was an issue. And then you fast forward to this year, the first game of the season with Georgia Tech, at the end of the game, time management was an issue. Now it repeats itself in week 5, the same exact situation. You're going down the field to try to either tie the game or win the game, and time management is an issue. So I'm looking at Coach Prime, and I'm like, all right, so what was the game plan? Because if we gonna go into the lead a game and we still got the 2 timeouts, are we really doing everything we can to get a team the best opportunity to win? It was a lot of conservative things. I even questioned, it was like 4th and 6 at one point. He know the defense not stopping nothing, so they considered going for it on 4th and 6. Coach Prime called a timeout for them to talk about it. They came out and they punted the ball.
Yeah, they crazy.
So what's the discussion? If you already know, look, the defense ain't really stopping nobody. Are we gonna have an opportunity to get the ball back? Like all of that stuff, they probably talking about all that stuff in the headset. Look, defense ain't stopping nobody. It's 5 minutes and something left in the quarter. Are we gonna be able to stop and possibly get the ball back? Yada yada yada. All right, cool. You know what? We just gonna punt the ball. man, you could have just said, punt the ball, and hey, defense, y'all need to do one thing, and that's it. Just stop them. That's it. And then defense actually showed up and stopped him. Ironically,
Yeah.
but you call the timeout to just punt the ball. Like that's the situational stuff that he always preaches with the players. Well, that's situational coaching right there.
It is.
If you know your defense ain't gonna stop, then it need to be like, hey man, we just gonna go for it. Defense ain't stopping nobody. We gonna go for it. But the conservativeness is like, well, let's call timeout. Let's talk about it. All right, well, we gonna punt the ball. It worked out in his favor that time, but other times it has not worked out for him. Where it's like, all right, like what are we doing? And again, B-Watch, you bring up the last 2 minutes again. Everybody scrambling around. The receivers that went out for routes. They trying to run back to get set. The offensive line trying to get set. K-Salt looking, making sure everybody's set. Everything's sped up. Why not call a timeout? Timeout. Bring it in. Hey, relax. We're going to go through a few situations like how we did on that 4th and 6. We went through some situations and still wound up putting the ball. Let's call timeout. Let's go through some situations and say, all right, what's our best 3rd and 6th play? What's our best cover 3 beater? What's our best cover 2 beater? K-Salt, remember, we can't afford to go back. We got to go forward. The clock, all of those things need to be discussed. You can't do that because you don't call timeout.
Yeah, I know. Hey, you right, JR. I couldn't understand. I said, that's the worst coaching team I don't say when it comes to the last minute of the game. And it always be when the game on the line. The game on the line, it just, I bet it should do it with that. They would call timeout. Yeah, you know, I'm just saying, you know.
Just saying,
it is what it is, man. I want to thank Patrick for the $5 super chat. Sorry to say B-Watch, but K-Salt ain't him. Man, you can keep them $5, boy. It ain't, you can appreciate it. I'll send it back to you, Lauren. That foolishness there. But when we look at it, when I do look at Colorado offense, even though they started out good, JR, but they got to get better. They got Omar Young, Miller, and Cecile Brown as they wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
They want to in the game, even if they scheming to take them away. You at least put them in motion, see if they in man-to-man, or see, put them in a slot, put them on the same side with each other, run a crisscross with each other, run a big play. You got to figure out some way to get them the ball, bro.
B-Watts, they did that. They stacked the receivers. They put the receivers in trips. They did all of that stuff. But the route concepts didn't get no farther than 10, 15 yards down the field. I'm like, dog, at least take a deep shot, like you said, to just open it up.
Yeah.
I know BYU playing that concept that Coach Prime said, nothing deep, nothing cheap.
Right.
But when you look at it, even if I'm Pat Shermer, whatever the play call is, 47 Sky right, Jet 2 Holiday, whatever the play call is. And then my last thing, if I'm Pat Shermer, hey, look for the deep ball. If you're gonna throw it, if it's there, hit it. If not, make sure it's an overthrow. So we can at least move the, you know what I'm saying, give the defense something to think about. Defense ain't got nothing to think about because they like, I'm not letting nobody get past me. I'm just gonna keep it all in front.
Right.
And so that's literally what BYU just like, all right, cool. We're just gonna keep it all in front.
Yeah. It's just like she said right here. I agree with her. The middle was wide open all game. We could have used a tight end or a wide receiver down the middle.
Down the middle. Exactly.
We could have. It wide open. It wide open. Because they're taking away the bounders, man. Exactly. They taking away them bounders.
So if you running the routes to the strength of the defense, to the boundaries, they going up and they doing hooks, or an in cut. But the receivers not even sitting in the zone. I seen one receiver, No, I take that back. I seen 2 receivers sit in the zone. Omarion Miller sat in the zone. K-Salt just threw it short. It didn't get there.
Yeah, I seen that.
It was an underthrow.
Right.
And then the other one was Draylon Miller sat in the zone right in front of the linebacker. K-Salt was looking that way. I don't know what he was looking at, but he missed that read. That's going to happen. That's football, guys. You're not going to hit every read. You're not. You're not going to hit every single read. But we should have saw more of that, and we didn't. Because it was times where Sincere Brown was running a 5-yard route. Like, where's the deep end cut? If the offensive line is given time to pass the ball, then where's the deep end cut?
Right.
Where is it? But again, those are play calling things. So,
yeah, it is. It is. It is. Like I said, they had an opportunity. They should have won that game, bro. There is no way BYU was better than them. There's no way.
Yep.
They outplayed. They just Colorado that gave that game. They didn't want it, man. Sometimes you got to have that want to, my brother. Sometimes you got to have that want to and know the end game situation that you're in.
And BYU, I want to say something that was interesting to me because this time I stayed up to watch the game. I'm like, I'm gonna stay up.
Yeah, me too. I did too.
So after the game, you know, they do the interview with the coaches on the field. Guess what the BYU head coach said? Solani Ataki. Hey, salute to him. Because that was some real stuff right there. He said, the reporter said, Coach, when y'all got down 14-0, what was your mindset? What were you thinking about going through the rest of the game? And he said, and I quote, we was going to take them into the deep waters to see how they're going to react to what we can do. The coach is saying, we're going to take CU into the deep waters and we down 14. Huh? Man, Coach Prime giving too much respect out there, doing all of that. This coach on the field talking about, yeah, we're going to take your team to the deep water to see what they made of, to see what your coaching staff made of, to see what your players made of. Because we know what we made of at BYU. We going to take you out there to the deep waters and drown y'all behinds, and that's what they did.
Dog, I've been that far, that Jay.
He literally said that BYU after the game. The reporter came up. What was your mindset after being down 14-0 in the first quarter? You know, they got up on us pretty fast, but you know, we wanted to see if we took them to the deep waters, like how would they react? Like what would they make? And that's literally what they did. They took the energy out of Folsom Field in the second quarter.
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
I just held on to the ball. The same thing, Wyoming did. They just held on to the ball. We ain't gonna speed ourselves up because
Houston did that.
Houston did hold on to the ball and just move it downfield.
Yeah, I agree.
That's exactly what BYU did. Second quarter, we're gonna hold on to the ball. We're just gonna move it downfield. We're just gonna move it downfield. Move it down. Third quarter, we're just gonna move it downfield. CU defense came out beginning of the third quarter, and they gave BYU a 3-and-out.
Mm-hmm.
CU offense come out in the third quarter. Guess what they do? Go 3-and-out. Yeah. BYU then gets the ball back, and they have a 6-minute drive. CU offense get the ball back with like 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Now we got to rush to like go down there and score a touchdown. They scored it.
Yeah.
Guess what BYU did in the fourth quarter? Held on to the ball. Like it.
Yeah, I agree with you, Jay. I agree with you. I agree with 100% everything you're saying. You're right on it, bro. You're right on it. But when I look at the defensive side for Colorado, again, 2 plays that stood out to me. When they was 3rd and 18, they gave up that 17-yard run to that quarterback. They didn't have nobody in the middle of the field. Now, who been making plays all game? The running back and the quarterback. Yep. Well, the play before then, the running back got hurt and went off the field. Then that's when who gonna run the ball? The quarterback. I can understand why every time CU be third and long, they want to go man to man. I don't understand it. When another team want to be third and long, they go man to man. And my dog, damn, well, like everybody, my players that messed up. Tion Paul got beat like a drum the whole game. He gave up 2 touchdowns, gave a pass interference, and he had an interception that could have changed the game. Went straight through his hand. That dude caught the ball. And I said, man, who can I even start hollering, take him out. Yeah. Tion Paul just said APB. The ball went through his hand. He had an interception. The dude threw it right to him. Went straight through his hand. And the dude caught the ball and he gave up 2 touchdowns down on his own. And he got a pass interference. Preston Hard didn't look good. DJ McKinney got beat on. It just on third down. Even the linebacker got beat. They freak out on third down on pass. The quarterback, he just go back there and just throw it. He ain't care about nothing. He gonna get the call. And he got him.
Exactly. And you know what, BYU, if you looking at the game and you see BYU quarterback take that deep pass and it's looping up and all of that stuff like that, they didn't even care because they like, well, we at least gonna take our shot. We gonna take a shot.
Yep.
And that's what they did. And I'm like, so we just can't take a shot? Like how they took it? Just take the shot.
Take one. Hope the referee will return one.
Or you overthrow it. Yeah. Worst case scenario, you throw a deep interception. Worst case. So BYU receivers wasn't running past nobody. Whether it's poor technique, whether it's bad play calling, again, the first quarter, K-Salt cooking. He running up and down. He getting up, wiping his nose. First down, boom, we in it, baby. BYU say, all right, we're going to put our linebackers and we're going to spy. Tell me why BYU quarterback ran for over 110 yards in the game. We didn't spy him one time. He ran for 110 yards. Where's the QB spy? You can't make this up, B-Watch. Coach Dre.
I know, man. They've been doing it for 2 years, bro. Coach Dre. If for 2 years, they can't stop that quarterback run. For 2 years.
I mean, what it boils down to is we not getting great defensive line play. As y'all said, our secondary, I thought it was going to be a strength of the team, and it just isn't. Every time we get a third down, like you said, they're just throwing it up and hope the referee throw a flag because we can't turn around and attack the ball. I know they're being coached up well. RJ need to hurry up and get healthy because I love Tion Park, but right now,
he ain't it, bro. I like him too, but just too much.
Right now,
too much bad play. I'm sorry.
I mean, I'm not mad.
Hey, check this out, though, Coach Dre. Check this out. I ain't gonna cut y'all, but check this out. Soon after the game, he went to Instagram and said, "Anybody want me?"
Who said that?
Who?
Tion Paul.
I didn't see that.
He went over there on Instagram. They talking about it over there on Twitter. He went over there and said, "Anybody want me? Come and get me."
They should just go ahead and
gave up 2 touchdowns. I said, "Man, you'll never hear me mention your name." Yeah.
I mean, it did, but again, that's why I be telling y'all. That's why I don't like to say nothing because you don't know what's going on in the interior and what's going on. Like I say, some of this stuff, when you losing games like this, we ain't doing the little things right. We ain't doing the little things right when you losing games like this. That's what the old coach used to always tell me. When y'all lose them close games, it come down to making the plays. Again, I guess they had to take Hughes out last night and put in JB. I wasn't mad at French for his penalty. I just wish he'd have turned around because, again, the ball was underthrown. If French just turned around, the ball might fall right in his lap. It was so underthrown.
Yep.
But we not getting the defensive line play we thought we was gonna get, fellas. We can't nobody sit here and say we are.
Oh no.
I'm not even mad at French for getting that pass interference.
Oh no, I'm not.
You see I'm not. Every week, whether it's college or NFL, linebackers ain't playing 30, 40 yards down the field on the pass. They're not doing that. So that's going to happen regardless. Like, sure, he could have turned around and technique, but that's not a technique he practicing because that's not something you really repping in the game.
Oh no, you're not repping it in practice.
Yeah, you're not repping that in practice.
Well, how he get on a wide receiver anyway? Why he would go on a wide receiver?
Because they went lock. They went man. You had to go man for that to happen.
Yeah, it was a running back. It was
the running back. He was the running back.
Oh, he was a running back.
Number 4.
It was running back.
Yeah, it was the running back. They went again. I think Livingston go lock because you want to send the pressure. I'm with JR though. After a certain point, when this kid done gassed you, you got to probably start trying to spy on him to make sure he not being the one that, because that was their offense. But again, I can't get mad when we do stop them and get them in long situations. We give up a pass interference.
That killer. But Coach Prime was hot like that one. He was hot like that, man. But
he wasn't that hot, B. Watts. He wasn't that hot because you know why?
No, he was hot, bro. He was hot.
No,
he said in the press. I can tell he was hot about that at the when he talked to the team at the end.
I don't care about the team at the end and the presser. This Coach Prime. You see this little microphone? If you hot, get in the microphone, dog. This Coach Prime during the game.
I seen him went down.
JR, you can't say that about Coach Prime with you. Hey, JR, you can't say that about Coach Prime with Coach Real here, boy.
And they had that microphone down on the drone display. I said that they know they should have had that drone with that microphone up. Because every time you see a live shot of Coach Prime and they constantly got the camera on him, that microphone is in the up position. And he got this look on his face like.
Because most head coaches, they listening. They gonna say something when they want.
Yeah,
he just listening. He can listen to everybody. Then if I want to say something, and okay, this is what I'm gonna tell you. So our headsets work like this. We got 4 for offense, 4 for defense. The head coach got a headphone that can click over. So offense can't hear what defense talking about, defense can't hear what offense talking about. The head coach the only one can hear everybody.
Yeah,
so what I'm telling you is, I don't have to say nothing unless I want to tell you to take him out of this, that, and other. So it ain't really much to talk about.
But another thing, JR, it's 4 different voices be coming through that headset, man.
Just leave the microphone down. Just leave it down.
Because of when you got it's not like you can pause it like we can pause this and we can't hear you. I can hear you constantly talking. So if you having a conversation or whatever you got going on, you can hear it. So that's why you keep it up like that. Because there's no pause button on that. There's no pause button on the handset. It's straight. If you got that thing down, you can hear you breathe. I gotta go. Hold on. Child, what Coach Prime in that thing? Oh man, I gotta go to the bathroom. Everybody on the coaching staff, another man gotta go to the bathroom.
Coach JR, and another thing, JR.
I watched Notre Dame in Arkansas. Notre Dame in Arkansas. Marcus Freeman had that headset down the whole game. It ain't go up. It literally stayed down the whole game. Marcus Freeman in Notre Dame. Headset stayed down the whole game. Game.
I mean, he must be talking a whole lot.
Dan Lannon, headset stayed down the whole game.
Dan Lannon call the plays.
I could be making light of a small situation.
You are.
But at the same time, if I'm looking at you, perception sometimes can be reality. And if your headset is up,
what do you want him to
listening, and you hear, I hear the play call being called, players not executing. All right, cool. Players not executing. Hey, that play call, we can't go back to that, dog. Because obviously during this drive, they not executing where they need to be. So we gotta figure something else out. I don't want to see no more man. I don't want to see. I ain't even see him go stand by Rob Livingston yet. Rob Livingston like 10, 15 yards down the field. Coach Prime up there. Where would Nick Saban be at if something was happening? He in their back pocket. Hey, man. Hey. You don't
Well,
hear
he
me
a
on the
defensive
headset?
coach.
Let me walk down there to you.
But
Come
you ain't
on,
never
dog.
seen Saban. You ain't never seen Saban. But this what I've seen him on more than one occasion flip it down, say something, and flip it back up. And I done seen him do what you just did. That means take that shit off. I don't want to hear that shit. The right.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. But what it comes down to is everybody don't coach the same. So I don't never get mad about that headset stuff because I know you, like I said, you could be in there and people just be talking, rambling and talking. I don't want to hear all that rambling. We ain't talking about this, what's going on. I don't really want to hear that. Everybody got a headset. Prime can hear everything from everybody. He can hear everybody that got a headset. And I think it's probably about 20 of them with a headset. I want to talk to all y'all.
Yeah, it do. I know when I have my headset, bro. Man, you can hear everything, and I don't be wanting to hear. You can hear them when they breathe. I said, man, you can go to a heart specialist. You breathing so hard, just do that headset. Cause he be back. Cause when you see the quarterback doing this, he hear everybody. He trying to hear the offensive coordinator, but he's hearing everybody talk. But I understand. I know what JR trying to say. He want Coach Prime to get in there and say, hey, I don't want that play to call. Cancel that play. Cancel that play. Cancel that play. But
cancel.
Coach Prime don't coach like that. He let his offensive coordinator coach and his defense coordinator.
That's what I'm talking about. Coach Prime preach situation all the time. Situation. Situations happening. You got the headset up. Bro, put the headset down. Hey, we in this situation, Pat. Just remember that, Pat. We in this situation. All right, cool.
Again.
Hey, Rob, we in this situation.
I can say that.
Rob, we in this situation.
I can say that all I want to. Ain't nothing going. So you want him to go out there and jump on them boys for getting them pass interference? That ain't no Rob Livingston. I can't tell you in the headset, hey man, tell them niggas no. Hey, that's on them out there playing football. Oh, hey, that was hey. So what you hear from what Prime saying is, I think he liked the call. It's just you ain't executing the call.
No, it ain't, Coach Dre. Now you know execution is a part of the game, but the game of football, any sport, it's not a perfect game. It's an imperfect game, right? So as a coach, you're gonna put your players in the best situation, right? So if it's 3rd and 17 and you see a blitz coming on, you probably, if I'm the coach, hey, why are we blitzing? Why? Have we gotten a sack all game off of a blitz?
So you just want to see
at that point.
You just want to
headset situation.
Okay, I'm gonna make sure.
Hey, what's the blitz? What's the down against you? Why are we calling it a blitz? The same thing happened in the Kansas State game last year. And then what Coach Prime say after the game? I'm trying to figure out why we was in that play call. Why you not saying that in the headset? If Coach Prime comes to the podium after the game and say, y'all seeing what I'm seeing, what does that mean? Y'all seeing what I'm seeing? Are we seeing bad play from the players on the field? Are we seeing bad coaching calls from the coordinator? If it's me, I'm coming up to that podium and I'm holding my defensive coordinator accountable. We gotta call better plays to put the young men in a better situations. It's no need for us to continuously run man. Unless that's just what Coach Prime want to do. We just want to run man. We don't want to think about cover because it gives the players too much to think about. Maybe they can't play as fast, so we just gonna call man. But dog, if you getting beat, man, BYU literally running man beaters to beat you at what you running. You got to be in that headset. Hey, we got to change something up. 3rd and 17. Hey, look for the QB run. Situational football. Look for the QB run. They at the 40. They may try to get half of it and go for it again. Let's tighten up. Like, what are we doing? We sent the house and never got home.
Now
putting the defensive backs on the island who haven't proved nothing all year. What sense does that make, Coach Dre?
I've been saying we need to stop that man coverage. I've been saying that we a zone. We don't have a cover corner. We don't have a man cover corner. We don't have one man cover corner in our stable. Not one. We are a zone team.
Yeah.
And But Livingston want to send the blitz, I think, because but then it gives your linebackers, they got more responsibilities, and I think he doesn't. I think he want them to play loose and free, but you can't do that when you ain't got a cover. When you ain't got cover, you ain't got no cover corners. I agree with that. We don't got no cover. We don't have no man cover corners.
No,
not one.
I agree with you on that, but I understand what JR saying. I understand what Coach Dre saying. I've been on both sides. I hate weighing them down things, trying to listen to my defense coordinator or the offense coordinator because I trust them, right? I want them to do their job. That's probably how what Coach Prime is doing. But the way your defense is playing, and since you is a gold jacket, you got to be listening at them calls, man. Say, hey, we 3rd and 18 again. No, we don't need to play man-to-man because they've been screwing up the whole game. We just stay in a zone on this one. You know? He would have came in at my phone and said, hey, I don't like that call, that Rob.
Exactly.
I don't like that. The running back just went out. He injured. Well, we already know where the ball going. The quarterback gonna run the ball. So we need to go to the zone.
That's all I'm saying. Hey, hey, zone. What's his man? Zone. Because they got Coach Dre, you know they got signals on the sideline.
No, they got signals, but again, what BYU telling you like is that. I've never seen him do that. I've never seen him in his coaching career micromanage coaching.
Right.
He micromanaged maybe he ain't never micromanaged coaches. That man went through coaches at JSU like ball.
No.
Come on, man.
He's doing the game.
He's talking about doing the game.
Not doing the game. Yes, I know the next day he done fired some coaches, done demoted the coaches next day, but he has never done it during the game. You have never seen him go to a coordinator and be like, hey, we need to do this. Go back. If you find it and show it to me, I'll go with you. But you've never seen him do it on game day. Now, after the game, yes, I have seen him do it. I done seen him do it in meetings. I done seen him put coaches in their place in meetings. But I have never seen him do that on the sideline. I just don't think he coached that way. You don't have to like it, but I just don't think he coaches that way. There's some coaches that don't do that.
I don't mind it. Like, nobody likes to be micromanaged, but Coach Prime can't say I'ma trust my gut, and then you on the field, and then you come to the presser after and say y'all seeing the same thing I'm seeing. If your gut telling you on the sideline something ain't right, then you got to make a call. That's what you getting paid for. You getting paid for your gut feeling. You getting paid for your coaching acumen. That's what you getting paid for. It ain't nothing personal. When him and Coach Mathis was having a little exchange during the Wyoming game, and Coach Mathis said, you know, I'm lip reading from the TV screen, but Coach Mathis was essentially saying, I got it. It ain't nothing wrong with challenging your coaches on the field.
Now that's the only thing. Now that's the only thing I do see is coaches that coach certain stuff. Like the only time I really seen Saban get mad was with the defensive coaches. He'll go off on the defensive coaches. I seen him go off on Lane Kiffin one time, but that was because they had the game sold up and he was doing something dumb. But most of the time, he go off like okay, I coach DB. Mathis, what we doing? Because we giving up that's what's happening is we getting the 3rd and long and we giving up penalties.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you this. And to me, like, there's no shade to Coach Prime, but his playing style, the way he played the game, it don't meet his coaching style. His coaching style seemed real conservative, reserved, stoic on the sideline. But as a player, he was, you know.
Yeah,
no.
but again,
your team also feeds off your energy as well. And it's okay to just, you know, you give a few attaboys. Hey, come on, baby, yeah, like, come on. Sometimes you got to give a little bit more. Sometimes sometimes players, they know they position coaches or coordinators are not calling the right stuff. Sometimes players want to see the coach challenge the position coach. As a player, when we in the set and we running the set over and over and that shit just not working, excuse my language, B Watts. And my head bench coach would be looking at the offensive coach like, hey man, what play is that? What are we doing? And we like, yeah, no, cause bro, this ain't working. And Coach Prime need to hey, Rob, this ain't working. Pat upstairs. Pat like, man, let me go upstairs.
No, he be bringing his ass back down.
Upstairs, dog.
He need to come back down, bro.
Man, I don't know, man. Look, I could be making a molehill out of termites, small stuff. But at the same time, I just remember me being a former player. If something ain't happening and we look into the coach and the coaches and they call that same play, I want all the linebackers at the line. It's 3rd and 17. We're going to leave the middle of the field wide open. And we're going to let them get the first down.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Huh?
That's crazy.
Hey, man, coach, I feel like I'm out of position. I'm getting blocked down. I'm trying to fight through. They blocking me down here. I could probably read it better from this position. But yet the play call come in again. It's the same situation, same play call. And then it's easy to say, hey man, players got to make plays. Players have to be in the right positions to make plays.
True.
That's the facts. But again, the penalties that we getting, that ain't on coaching. That ain't on coaching. We not turning around looking for the ball. One time DJ just sticking it like they just grabbing, bro. They grabbing T.R. Park. Yeah, that ain't coaching. Ain't nobody teach you that. You just out there grabbing because you done got beat. And you don't want it to look bad, so let me grab. And I'm pretty sure a lot of DBs grab and get away with it. But you know at Colorado, but the way they was
Preston
grabbing,
Hall got beat so many times yesterday. I said,
yeah,
is this the same guy?
And then the same thing, and then you see what I look at is I look at players. Because when players mad with coaches, they look at the sideline like, man, what we in? That ain't what watch them players when they be getting beat or something wrong. They look at them other players like, what is you doing? We call this, and this. They looking at them players when you watch football and watch what players know the coach is messing up. They look at the sideline like, coach, that ain't but when players messing up, they look at them other coaches and be like, coach, like the other players like, what you in? When T.R. Parks got beat, look at Preston Hard. Look at T.R. Parks like, what, like you ain't in nothing we call.
Yeah, they ran into each other. I be saying, in the end zone. I said, why y'all think that was?
Like that ain't the play call.
That's coaching. They ran into each other because of the play call. They playing man at the goal line.
No. But again,
at the goal line.
It's a rob route. That's what you're supposed to do. And rob routes, rob routes is for you to try to get the DBs to run into each other. You trying to because you can't block them, but if you can get them to stump, we did the same thing. When on one of them touchdowns, the DB just ran into the other DB.
Coach Dre, why did BYU call that rub route play? Because they was in man.
The mismatch. Oh yeah, the mismatch.
Yeah, they in man.
The one thing I talked to Livingston today, if I was to talk to Coach Livingston today, that's the only thing hey Coach, we don't have no man corners. We don't you got to change that part of your defense. You can't go man no more. Every now and then you can mix it up in there, but for the just come up and straight show that you in man, you can't do that.
It don't make no sense.
You can't do that. I agree. You cannot do that. You can't just come out and show you in man and show them that you in man coverage because we're going to run rub routes. We're going to run them crossing routes to where you can get mixed up and get lost in the sauce when you going across the field, that kind of stuff.
Yep. But what you literally start running plays to get CU misdirected because they know they in man. That reverse that they ran, the fake to the running back, the fake to this receiver, the toss to the other wide receiver, that worked because you in man. So the DB got to try to run all the way across field. You can't even see because lineman in the way, your defensive lineman in the way, your linebackers in the way. You trying to fight over everybody, and they just slipped out the back. Because you in man. Everybody's flowing this way because they in man. Whoop, right out the back. Rub route gonna happen. It's a man beater. Hey, call the man beater play. Rub route on 3. Ready, break. They made it easy for the true freshman quarterback to beat them. So I'm like, again, if it's week 1 through week 4, and you looking, and we done given up 200 yards to rush, 200 yards a game rushing, 200 yards a game passing, all in man defense. We come to the game, we playing 25th ranked team in the nation. We in man. I don't know the percentage that we in man, but we in man.
It's high. It's high. It's high.
Yeah, every snap.
But this the one thing I'm gonna say. Well, what we had last year, we didn't put up them kind of points against BYU.
Right. They we lost by 22. We only lost by 3 this time.
Yeah.
I mean,
but again,
even though
BYU
even though we got them penalties on defense.
Hey, listen,
even though we got,
that's the only thing I say. That's the only thing. Go ahead.
Even when we got them penalties on defense, bro, they still gave us a chance to win.
And that's all I'm telling you. All I'm telling you is,
I know. I'm be honest. Anytime our offense score 20 points, I think we should win with the talent of defense we got.
Nah.
We should win. You don't think so? If your offense scoring 20 points, you should win a game.
No.
Hey, that's
remember, JR, check this out, JR. JR, go back and watch all the penalties, the time of the penalties. That's how they moved the ball. That's how they got a second chance to score on those 2 drives.
Not with our defense.
Yeah, they did. Man. They gave them a first time, JR.
But that's what I'm saying, B.Y. Not with our defense. We put up 20 points, we losing. That's what happened last night.
No, I think you need 20. I think you need 28. That's what I say. I think you need 28. A touchdown a quarter. 28. A touchdown a quarter.
That's the win a game.
28.
Yeah, you need right now. We need 28 points. It ain't no. We need 28 right now.
That means the defense is bad. Then
it is bad.
You didn't hear me or JR say the defense was elite this year. Nobody. I don't think.
I was saying with the players. Robert Livingston, this is his second year, and with the players
on all levels.
Again,
just like I just agree with y'all on that. Anytime the offense scored 20 points, 21 points, you need a win because they had an opportunity to close that game out for half. It was 14. They missed on the last 2.
They did.
Coach Brown didn't manage that second half. They could have scored at least 2 more times, field goal and a touchdown. That would have been the game because they had the opportunity.
They scored 14 points in the 4th quarter, and then BYU rolled off 24 unanswered points until Draylon scored in the 3rd.
I know, but I'm just saying, if you listen, bro, football, we talking about football now. Come on, y'all.
Right.
Your team scored 20 points. You don't think you still win?
28 points if you not scored a touchdown every quarter. That's all I'm telling you, B. Watts.
Sometimes they ain't going to Coach Dre. You're a Coach Dre. Sometimes they ain't going to roll that way.
But that's what, listen, that's what we tell ourselves. Hey, our defensive coordinator tell us every week, hey, y'all put up 28, baby, we're going to get the dub.
I understand your method. I'm just saying, bro, I go out there and score 20 points. You ain't even finna whoop me now. You just ain't. Matter of fact, here go the kicker. Here go the kicker. Listen, here go the kicker. If I'm scoring 20 points and you running the same damn play, ain't no way in the hell you finna beat me with a quarterback sneak or a quarterback run. And I'm scored 20 points. That's what you done lost for 2 years with. And everybody lined up on the line of scrimmage. You ain't got no linebacker. Linebackers mean you bagging up the line. Not on the line trying to blitz every play in a man-to-man.
You better have some kind of defense.
But the thing is, here's the thing: we thought we had real killers up front, and we was gonna be able to not, and we was gonna not be able to have to blitz.
Yeah.
What we've come to realize is we maybe have 1, 2 at the most, and the other 2 killers, they young, they freshmen. I'm just telling you. You got I got Barnes and Allen and Walker, and then McPherson and Merritt. That's it. That's what I got right now.
Who you first to?
Barnes and Walker.
And Walker.
Oh, okay. I might agree.
And then McPherson, and then it's McPherson and Merritt.
I think if they play Coleman more, he'll be all right.
Yeah,
I agree with that too.
Now they started they put Otis out there before him. I said, what the hell Otis out there for?
A bigger body.
Cause your boy got suspended.
Yeah, but still he could have played Coleman.
They wanted to
out there with him.
Yeah, they wanted a bigger body. They wanted a bigger body. Coleman.
They had McNeil in there. They had McNeil with him.
Yeah, they did have McNeil.
Yeah, they didn't have Coleman.
They did.
They should have started
Coleman.
Coleman.
You're right. I thought. Yeah, that was wrong.
Damn, they got Coleman sitting on the bench and they bring him on third down. No, bro.
Again, I think going into this season, we all thought that up front we was gonna be killers, and we just not right now.
Yeah,
we just not.
Yeah,
we can't get what he realizing is he can't get a pass rusher with just the 4 guys up front. We can't get a pass rush. We can't stop the run with them folks. So now you gotta use your linebackers to try to get a pass rush and to try to stop the run, and that open up your pass. And right now we can't cover nobody.
Yeah. Who we got next?
TCU probably put up 50.
But that's rough there. Where we playing at?
In Dallas Fort Worth.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be rough there, y'all.
I think it's a 7:30 night game or something like that. But they probably put 50 up on CU.
But me, be honest, if they had to stay with Draymond and then just got too comfortable when they got the lead, they had to stay with Draymond back there in that backfield. Him and Salt running that ball. I think and put them tight ends on that. I would have went to a 12 personnel and ran that thing. When they put Yo-Yo out there tight end, they moved the ball. They moved the ball. That on the side with Jordan C.
This what you got to do. This is what you got to do. You got to slow the game down next week. You got to slow the game down. We can't have 3 and outs. You cannot afford to give TCU the ball ample opportunity. You got to have long drives down the field. Again, if we come out and do what we did at the beginning against BYU, I think we'll be okay. You got to come out and hit them in the mouth.
They can't stop it.
But you got to continue, right? But again, we missed opportunities. We dropped passes. We made bad throws when we should have been getting first down to move the sticks. That's what happened when you look at the game. And then you went away from
what was working.
You went away from that, and then the biggest thing is we gotta tell K-Salt that he can't take them 20-yard sacks.
No, he can't do that. He can't run backwards. He can't do the Shador. He can't do that. He can't do that. He can't do that. He cannot run backwards. Nothing good gonna come out of running back. It ain't.
If that's the one criticism I have of K-Salt, you can't do that, man.
You can't do that, bro.
You're a senior.
Nah.
You gotta learn how to throw the
down
ball
and
away.
distance. You gotta be aware.
Next down.
Yeah, you gotta be aware of down and distance. He can't run backwards.
Right.
That's
what I'm saying.
If that first read ain't there, K-Salt, go. I don't give a damn. You don't get but 1 yard.
That's what I'm telling
you. Don't get but 1 yard. Just go. Don't lose, y'all. Don't make the play go worse.
I would give him 2 reads. BYU would be on the same side. I would give him 2 reads, and you got these first 2 reads. If they ain't there, then you got to go make something happen.
Yeah.
Whether it's a scramble drill, but you can't bow back around 15 yards and then be trying to outrun people and then get upset. You can't do that. But here's the biggest thing, man. They got to leave it behind them now. Ain't nothing we can do about it. We got to go back to the drawing board. We got to figure some stuff out because you got to find a way to get Sincere Brown the ball. You got to find a way to get Amarion Miller the ball. We found a way to get Draylon Miller the ball. We got to find a way to get them guys the football.
Yeah.
We got to.
Yeah.
You can't blame the offensive line that much. I like the way they grinding it out. They blocking good up front. I can't blame them. We not getting great play from the front seven on defense, and that's what it all boils down to.
Yeah.
We're not getting good play from the front.
It made me think about something you said real early during the spring. You said something about the wide receivers, B. Watts. You remember what you said?
I don't say it so much.
You said, man, hey, JR, I ain't gonna lie to you. Uncle Steve, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Greg, Coach Dre, hey, them wide receivers ain't getting off that ball, man.
Hey, even the announcer said. Even the announcer said that.
The ball, JR. When I went back and looked, it's just it's some of them running wide open, bro. It's some of them running. I mean, they running wide open, and we just ain't getting.
No, Coach Dre, not this game.
What y'all looking at?
We looking at all 22. We looking at all 22.
Y'all better look at Sincere and Amarion. They getting open. Draylon out the back. But I think
on that one break they came from Mill, they was over. Now getting off the line of scrimmage and running back. Oh no, ain't none of that.
If you look at the bulk of the game,
they can get off the line of scrimmage, bro.
The best game the receivers had was against Wyoming. Other than that, because everybody thought Staub was gonna be it. When they came in against Delaware busted the coverage. Sincere hit it deep.
Right.
And then, the rest was history for Staub. And then you get, hold on, Coach Drake. Then you get to the Houston game. Staub looking back there for receivers to be open.
They didn't get off the line of scrimmage. They couldn't get off the line of scrimmage.
Staub missed 2 throws. Staub missed 2 throws. He threw 2 of them in the dirt.
And one over there out of bounds.
But the rest of the time, wasn't none of them receivers open.
They couldn't get off the line.
I don't know if that's just due to route concepts or what, but
they don't run no pick plays
when that ain't getting open, dog.
You ain't got no pick plays from them or nothing.
I don't see that. I want to see the butts. I think we got a bunch of. You got to give yourself a mismatch, and I don't think we do that enough. We don't put ourselves in stuff where we can have mismatches, and that's one thing I don't see. And we got this good tight end that can catch the football, and I don't think we use him enough. So
he didn't even get a target, Coach.
They took him out the field for Yo-Yo.
Didn't even get a target this game.
Q4 can get off the line of scrimmage, but they won't use him right. They stick him in the backfield.
You put him in the backfield and try to get him the ball, out of the backfield, to try to get him the ball in his face.
JoJo ain't no good route runner. You can't have him in the slot.
Well, I think we got a lot of outside receivers and not a lot of guys that can play in the slot. That's what I think we got. We got a lot of X's and Y's and nobody to play in the slot. If you really look at our team, where they come from, they was the guy out wide. JoJo was the guy out wide. Sincere the guy out wide. Marion was backing up the guy out wide. The boy Walker that came from Florida State, he was out wide. Them guys weren't slot receivers. Our slot receivers is the Q6s and stuff like that. But again, I've moved on from the game. We got to get ready. You got to get ready for TCU. Because like JR say, if you go in there with your heads down and not prepared, they'll make us look bad.
Yeah, TCU coming off a loss, and the last time they played CU, they lost. TCU want to get back in Dallas. TCU will put 50 on them quick.
But the only thing about it, oh no, we done lost in Texas because we lost it.
They got a good team.
The only thing is
TCU.
Yeah,
they got Heisman contending quarterback. He putting up yards, B. Watts.
But
they lost this last game in a shootout. They lost.
They lost one.
They lost the shootout.
Yeah, they lost one, but it was a shootout.
They only lost one. Was ranked. They was ranked this week. They was ranked like number. They was ranked in the teams. They was ranked this week.
No, I think that was Texas Tech. Y'all sure TCU ranked?
I thought it was
TCU wasn't never ranked this year. TCU wasn't never ranked.
I think
last week. Oh, Texas Tech.
TCU
Okay.
played.
I think that's Texas Tech.
Yeah, Texas Tech played Utah last week or this week or whatever. But TCU haven't been ranked this year. But
Hey, what time that game gonna be then?
Huh?
What time?
7:30. What?
Eastern time.
7:30. It's
Eastern
7:30
time.
Eastern.
Eastern time.
Yeah.
Okay, I might be able to catch it. I got a class reunion next Saturday. All right, man. I hope we get it together, man. I think they practice today. Yeah, Coach Miles.
They play Arizona State. They play Arizona State.
They lost to Arizona State. Yeah, they lost to Arizona State this week.
Shout out to Timothy Isaacs in the chat. They play Arizona State. TCU got up early. Got up early on Arizona State. Arizona State came back and won.
Walked them down.
Yep.
But that was the key all weekend, guys. If y'all really watch football, the team that jumped out 9 times out of 10, they got walked down. Except for maybe Alabama. But everybody else,
Notre Dame. Notre Dame got 42 points in the first half or something crazy like that.
Listen, Arkansas came out and jumped out on Notre Dame, and then Notre Dame came back and got the man fired. The man got fired today.
Gone.
Oh, they fired today?
Yeah.
They fired Arkansas.
Sam Hartman or Pittman or something like that.
Sam Pittman.
Gone.
Yeah. Arkansas
fired that coach. Coach done got fired.
They ain't playing with him, man.
You can't afford to let them keep the job because of recruiting. You got to start telling because you got to try to keep them recruits, and you got to tell them you're looking for a new coach. If your boy go out here and get his butt whooped this week in Gainesville, he's gonna get fired too.
Damn.
You think they're $5 billion?
You think they gonna fire your man?
Sheesh.
And they got. I don't know what Urban talking. Urban just be Urban talking. Urban know them people down here got money. They got the buyout money.
Coach Dre, you think Urban trying to set it up? Like, hey, go get that man out of there so I can get back in there.
Hey man, don't be telling people all playing, man. Be quiet.
No, man, they ain't gonna fire that dude, man. You think they gonna fire that dude, man?
Call Urban Thug or something like that?
Oh man, hey listen. Man, listen, Urban Meyer run the city. I ain't finna tell nobody no lie. When Urban Meyer was engaged, Urban Meyer run the city. Y'all don't. Man, hey, listen, God bless the dead. Aaron Hernandez got in more trouble down here in Gainesville than anybody. Aaron Hernandez, y'all didn't know about Aaron Hernandez going to no jail. And I ain't talking about what I think. I'm talking about what I know. I ain't talking about what I think. I'm talking about what I know. Urban Meyer, listen. Urban Meyer tell you right now, I treat walk-ons like walk-ons. I treat studs like studs. He'll feed the boys that's playing well. He'll feed them steak and potatoes and all that good stuff that Florida offer. If you ain't playing good, everybody will feed you hamburgers and hot dogs and pork and beans and stuff like that. Urban Meyer real. I'm telling y'all, real thug. I'm gonna know what y'all talking about.
Oh hell no, cause
hey, Urban Meyer say, clear the face out, I'm coming home, man.
No, man. I thought Steve Spurrier ran that town down there.
No, I mean everybody loves Steve Spurrier and love Tim Tebow, But when you talk about us over here out east, these boys, because see what you gotta know is these boys coming over here to the hood where it's all good. So Urban had to come. Urban and the coach that said at Lewis at UNLV, the boys come to the hood. The boys come to the hood. Urban Meyer come to the hood.
Oh yeah, damn money.
Urban Meyer come down here and come to the hood. Urban was scared to come down here. You ain't never seen Steve Spurrier out east. You ain't never. Now T-Ball come down here just because he a good-natured guy and when nobody gonna mess with him. But Urban Meyer, all right, play with him if you want to. Y'all see what Urban do? Urban put y'all on the
y'all a question here, man, before we get out of here. Let me ask y'all this. NFL talk, man. Who y'all like, Kansas City or Baltimore tonight?
Oh, Baltimore done lost.
They don't play tonight?
They play at 4 o'clock.
Yeah, they play at 4
o'clock. Yeah. Kansas City beat the brakes off them boys, and Lamar Jackson got hurt.
Oh, man, I thought he got hurt. I thought that game came on at 8 o'clock today.
Now, you would have thought it would have been a Sunday night game. They had that thing come on 4 o'clock.
Oh,
they beat the brakes. Mahomes out there looking like the next coming.
Dog, man. What, them receivers not came back?
Last time I checked, it was 30. Last time I checked, it was 30-13. I just stopped watching.
Them receivers must not came back.
Fool.
For Kansas City.
Yeah, they had Worthy. Worthy came back.
Oh, Worthy came back.
Worthy came back, yo.
Worthy was back.
God, that be man. Hey, he didn't get hurt too bad, dude.
It's just his hamstring. They were just being cautionary. But again, when you a guy like him who uses his legs a lot, when you talk about a hamstring, you talking about something serious. So right. I mean, I don't know how bad what grade of a pull it is, but it was good enough for him not to play him no more.
Dog, man.
I think the Eagles right now in the NFL, if you look at it, is the Eagles and the Buffalo Bills probably the two best teams in the NFL for me right now.
Yeah. Hey man, let me say something for Cam Ward, man. I know Cam Ward, bro. I know what look, I don't know what you're going through because I never made it to that height in a professional manner. But I understand wearing your emotions on your sleeve. And the team probably gonna talk to him. They got whole PR staff and stuff like that. Don't give these people no money. Check your emotions. He said, pardon my language, but we playing like ass right now.
Oh, yeah, I saw that, man. Yeah. I saw it.
He said in the press conference.
Yeah, at the post game.
That's about $50,000 out of his pocket. About 50.
Yeah, and so that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't wanna give these people money back. You know what I'm saying? They put a lot of money in your pocket. You got $40 million guaranteed, but once you get taxed, because you're in a different tax bracket, and you paying jock tax for every game that you play in every city that you play, you paying agent fees, you paying league fees, you doing all of this. That $40 million turned into about $32 million real quick.
I remember they shit out of Texas.
So it's like for that, it starts to add up, man. So don't give them money back. I know that the emotions on your sleeve, and I ain't saying you need to go up there and just be politically correct, but hey, find a different word to replace that word. Still be you, but use a different word. Hey, we play like trash. We play like trash. It's not indicative of who I am. Because after that, he said all the right things after that. But he knew. He was like, excuse my my language, but like we just play like ass. Yeah,
I heard that, man. I was shocked he said that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me ask y'all folks.
And they saying, look, people saying that Tennessee don't have state tax. It ain't by state tax, it's federal tax that gets you. You in a different tax. Trust me. The feds want their money. So the state taxes, and some state tax, depending on like you stay in California and New York got like the highest tax bracket, and then California like the second highest. Other states, you looking at maybe 6, 5, stuff like that. Federal tax, if you make over a certain amount of money, they dipping in your pocket. Uncle Sam want his. So he gonna pay federal taxes regardless. I ain't worried about state tax. State tax, small money. Federal tax, you paying that every year because you make this much money. That's what it's about.
Yeah. All right. But he said I need an energy drink. Hey, live. That goddamn gang had me up, boy. I'm tired of that, boy. 2 o'clock in the morning. We got a good chance of beating TCU. I ain't checked out TCU. We got a good chance of beating. Can they be beatable?
Anybody can be beat. We just got to come out and play. We got to play better on defense. If the offense come out and play like we played the first quarter and then when we woke up in the second half, and then we just got to get better on defense. I mean, that's the only way to say it. I mean, we got a chance, but we got to come out fast like we did against BYU, get some points, get some confidence, and not take our foot off the gas. We got to make plays when the plays present themselves to us, because if you don't, it can get ugly.
Oh, he get ugly with TCU?
Oh yeah, real
He
quick.
can get
TCU gonna put up some points. They at home, they gonna put up some points. It's a night game. My thing is like, whatever the commitment is on defense, because if you look at the BYU game, you could tell the commitment was to stop the running back. Because you look at the total stats of the game, LJ Martin didn't have no good game. LJ Martin came in averaging 8 yards a carry. LJ Martin left that CU game averaging like 3 yards a carry. So they were committed to stopping him. It's the quarterback they forgot about. So now look, Josh Hoover he's not going to wow you with his legs, but his arm, he gonna pass that ball.
Yeah,
TCU gonna pass that ball all around.
We throw that ball good last year.
So whatever the commitment is, like whatever they need to focus on, we might see you give up 200-some rushing yards, but if you can hold them to 150 passing yards, then you might have a shot to win that game. But you're not fit to give up 225 passing yards and give up 200 rushing yards and expect to win. That's a recipe for disaster. So whatever the game plan is, they need to look to, hey, we committed to stopping this. And this is what we're going to stop. And once we stop that, once TCU make the adjustment, CU need to be ready with the counter. And that's what happened in the BYU game. You could tell they was ready to stop LJ Martin. TCU said, well, we going to run Beckmeyer. We just going to run him. They didn't have an answer. He was back there looking lost on some of them plays, that little freshman quarter.
He
bouncing
was.
off of
He did. Just bouncing over. Just bouncing around. Right.
All this, and still managed to get 12 yards after doing all that. I'm like, how?
Yeah.
Are you managing to bump into 5-6 people and get 12 yards down the field? Don't make no sense, B-Watch.
Hey, you right, JR. I can't disagree with you, big dog. I can't disagree. I want to thank Coach Dre and JR Boxing tonight. They are two of the best doing content for Coach Prime and the Colorado football team. Glad to have them part of the panel on Sunday night. I see you down out of Law Dog, but might try to bring you up about 15 minutes next Sunday. You and Coach Dre go ahead, one-on-one. Yeah, JR in between. Yeah. But we appreciate them, y'all, tonight. Family, y'all know how it is in that chat. We appreciate y'all. Y'all always rocking with me, man. I appreciate you. See y'all tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern time on the Solo. JR, Coach Dre, get us out of here.
Man, what I'll say, man, for Coach Prime, trust your gut, man. Trust your gut. Whatever that gut feeling is, man, trust your gut and go with it. And for K-Salt, look, man, hey, keep your chin up, man. Chase your dreams, but you gotta keep your chin up. Bad play gonna happen. That's a part of sports. If you ever been an athlete, you ain't always gonna have your best game. So you gotta keep your chin up. You gotta move forward. But for Coach Prime, trust your gut. If your gut is telling you something, hey, correct it on the spot, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that, Coach Prime.
Man, as always, man, we appreciate y'all coming through. As always, I'm always rock with. I told you find out who your real friends is when you down in the dumps and when you ain't on top. Prime tell you, hey, fans only blow when it's hot. Fans only blow when it's hot. Stay the course, Colorado. You just nobody. If it was easy, everybody would do it. If it was easy, everybody would do it. Everybody would sign up to do it if this was easy. Everybody would do it. Everybody can sit back and say what it is, but this is what I'm gonna tell y'all. The little things. Make sure you're doing the little things. Make sure you're doing the little things. Make sure you're doing the extra. Doing just what you doing at practice ain't gonna get it. You gotta do more. You gotta get yourself together. You gotta do more. And you gotta believe in yourself. And you gotta believe in the man next to you. I'm going to always tell you, if you put the team goals in front of your goals, you will reach your goals. I say it again for y'all in the back. If you put the team goals in front of your goals, your personal goals end up happening. And like I always tell you, how can you not forgive anybody else when God forgave us all? And as I always say, if I send no ships out, No ships will come in. And if there's no contest, nobody can win. Games can be won. They haven't been played, and prayers can be answered, but they haven't been prayed. I am your man, Coach Dre. That is my brother, J.R. Boxer, my brother B. Watts. This has been another Sunday Nights with Sports Talk with B. Watts. God bless you. We'll see y'all next Sunday.
Appreciate it, fella. Peace, chat.
We're trying to fix what was broken last week, and we're on to this week. We're not there last week. We're past that. We just got to go out there and do what we're capable of doing. We're prepared to have no opportunity to fail. That's how you bounce back from adversity.
This will be Colorado's second home game of the year, and I'm telling you, they need a big time win. This is
Colorado, Wyoming showing pressure. Then they back off and rush 4. Salter flushed out to the right, trying to point downfield. One time, and a perfect pass to Sincere Brown, who's going to go all the way for a touchdown.
I only got one chance to do it right. If I do it right, let me live a life. The Lord, please protect me from my vice. How the cop that say that was way too nice. She loved the way I dress and I be styling. She said she loved the way that I be smiling. She'll be put up, she know how she can get. She think I'm dumb, baby, I'm just dumb rich.
Are you practicing to practice, or you practicing to be great? Which way am I going?
Today's supposed to come, you on the way.